Welcome back to the channel. This is Gillis TV here, right on Clemhawks. And today we got some news trending on Twitter that a lot of you Ottawa Senators fans have seen would express some kind of free agent to come to the Senators, sign him to a few-year deal. But before we get to that, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's get going. As earlier today it was reported that John Klingberg fired his agent, signed with a new agent, which got a lot of speculation going because the new agent he has is actually the same agent as Josh Norris and Brady Tkachuk, which is leading to speculation that is there a possibility of a John Klingberg to Ottawa? And, like I said, going on Twitter, a lot of you guys want John Klingberg, and you got the cap space for it. Ottawa has the cap space to sign John Klingberg. They have revamped their team over this offseason, getting Claude Giroux and Kubalik, which are two huge additions, and adding Cam Talbot over the goaltending you guys had, or Ottawa had last year, that could help out in a way too. I'm gonna not talk about Cam Talbot that much because I am an Oilers fan, and the years Talbot had in Edmonton weren't the greatest, but he went to Minnesota, did pretty good, and he is an upgrade to Matt Murray and everyone that Ottawa had over the last few years. Now back to John Klingberg. You addressed the forward situation from last season. You addressed the goaltending. You needed another defenseman. Ottawa gets John Klingberg. Watch out. There's already speculation Ottawa can bypass a lot of teams to make the playoffs this year. You had a guy like John Klingberg that brings the offensive approach he does, and he's a pretty solid defenseman. He struggled last year with the Dallas Stars, but Dallas was on the brink of making the playoffs or not, and they just squeezed in. Adding a guy like John Klingberg to play with either Thomas Chabot or Jake Sanderson would be huge. I believe that's his name. Sorry, I'm not good with names right now. Yeah, Jake Sanderson. You also have Zub he can play with. You do have the likes of Nikita Zaitsev and Travis Hamonic, which would more than likely be your third pairing. But you could play Klingberg with someone else, have Chabot play with another guy. Then you got two solid defensemen on two lines, playing with a couple another solid defense. You're set. This Ottawa team is set. They have $10.8 million left. They can go get a Sonny Milano. They can afford John Klingberg. Like, this is huge for the Ottawa Senators, who realistically, the shortened 56-game season couldn't do much against the Canadian teams. Last year, it was a hit or miss what they could do. But this year, they finally came out and said, you know what? Our third line's not going to have Adam Gaudette on it. We're going to go sign Claude Giroux to play in our top six. We're going to go get Kubalik, and he's going to play in our top six. We're going to make this an offensive team with a decent goalie, and we got to go find that one last piece, which is John Klingberg. And I believe after knowing who his new agent represents, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm 99.9% sure in the next few days to a week, John Klingberg will be an Ottawa Senator. I don't think he's waiting to go back to Dallas. I believe his other agent was kind of messing around trying to get Klingberg as much money as he wanted, because Klingberg has admitted over the last few days that he's upset that he doesn't have a new home yet. You got this guy that is perfect for your team, and I believe he's going to be a Senator by the end of next week. And you look at next year, You sign him to a 1-year deal this year because you got to sign Alex DeBrincat and Tim Stützle next year. You got to sign Alex Formenton this year still. So other than that, you sign those guys, and you got Matthew Joseph as well, who is going for arbitration. You can pretty much afford John Klingberg at 1 year at $5-6 million, depending on what Matthew Joseph's is, and take a run. It's for a lot of Canadian teams, it is win now. The Oilers are in win now mode. Toronto can't make it past the first round, so we'll bypass them. Montreal's in a win now mode. Ottawa's in a win now mode. You got to do what you can and worry about the salary cap later. Edmonton did that last year. They kind of just said, don't worry about the salary cap. We'll trade Kassian in the summer. We'll sign all these guys. We're good, golden, and dusted their hands off. And that's what a lot of good teams do is look at Tampa Bay. They trade first-round picks away year after year to try and go for it. I believe Ottawa will do that too. Ottawa is a team that teams should not take lightly anymore. But that's going to be it for me today, as I believe John Klingberg will be an Ottawa Senator within the next week. Mark my words. You guys have a good one. Don't forget to sub. I'll catch you on the next one.